Right, so on the 7th of March, depending on when you're watching this video, I went to the first ever Sydney guitar show. Now, I've never experienced a guitar show before. I'm pretty sure that all the big conventions and stuff, apart from like these gaming conventions and stuff, they all kind of happen in like Melbourne and stuff like that. But what I went to yesterday, or depending when you're watching this video, is Sydney's first guitar show. Now, I was ecstatic when I found out about this. Now, the venue was quite small from what I experienced. It was Sydney's first guitar show, so I'm going to give them a little bit of a pass here. The first thing that I gravitated towards straight away was guitar woods, like sort of like what you make guitars out of. This, as you can see, obviously is a guitar made out of wood. I'm just going to turn that down. That's the other way. Anyway, this is a guitar made out of maple, and we've got flame maple here. And what these guys do, they make they basically make guitar necks and bodies and stuff. So I basically grabbed their business card, which I'm going to show you at the end of the video. That's what I first gravitated towards too. In that area, it was basically all acoustic guitars, which, don't get me wrong, love acoustic guitars. I have about 3 in my collection so far. You'll have to see like an upcoming video shortly. I can tell you what exactly those guitars are. But I more gravitate towards maybe like, you know, the Stratocasters. Anyway, so yeah, I make guitar. Well, no, I don't make guitars, but I design guitars myself. It just beats getting the good old classic Strat look that everybody else is used to, and a classic Telecaster look and stuff. I wanted to go the complete opposite route and get something towards, you know, my own style. Anyway, so I went to there, grabbed their business cards, because I've actually been looking for like certain type of woods to make like a neck or a body out of. So then after I went there, I basically went and checked out the Fender booth. Now the Fender booth was freaking massive. They had a lot of money to spend on their booth. I don't know how much money it takes to open up your own store and put all your guitars on display and whatever you're selling. I'm not sure how much that costs to do that. I'm gonna have to do some research. But it was massive, the Fender booth. I looked at a few necks. I usually like to buy my necks online, which is something that not a lot of people tend to do. Because if you don't know the sizing of your neck and stuff, you can run into a whole lot of problems. And I'm not going to go into that because this is about a guitar show. Anyway, so after that, I did have a look at some other things. The PRS area and the Ed Sheeran sort of PRS area, they're all in the same venue, kind of in the same stall. I gravitated towards a Silver Sky. Now, I love Silver Skies, and I did end up playing one. I held one at first, so I did end up quite basically just going in there, having a look at guitars and stuff, and then my favorite thing that happened throughout the entire showcase, I met this guy called Andryel. Now, if you don't know who Andryel is, he's very famous on TikTok and Facebook and stuff for doing all these busking in like Sydney and in the Queen Victoria building, like around that area and stuff. He busks and he plays all these backing tracks. He's got freaking unbelievable guitars. Now I didn't see him at first, but then when I paused the recording, I'm like, hang on a minute, that's that bloke off freaking TikTok. I basically just this was off camera, by the way. I should have filmed the entire thing, but I just basically introduced myself. I got a photo with him and stuff, and it was amazing that I got to meet this bloke. I don't look up to him, but I do recognize like what he was doing and stuff. He was around the PRS booth because that's what he's most famous for playing and stuff. So yeah, that happened. That was cool. He said, well, I'm not wearing the t-shirt at the moment. You will see it in the thumbnail. I was wearing a Buddy Guy t-shirt, and he actually said, "Oh yeah, man, did you go see Chris and Kingfish?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." I did see Chris and Kingfish. He opened up for him. I didn't see the show he was talking about, but I did know what he was talking about. And then we got a picture. He's a freaking such a nice bloke, to be honest. We basically, I did want to have I did want to play a few guitars, but in the area, that you were, it was quite loud, and if you could play guitar, you probably wouldn't be able to hear yourself playing. I was having a look at those. They all had all these brands kind of have their own sort of booth. Gibson had the smallest booth, to be honest. Don't know why, but Fender kind of took up the booth for some reason. They had the most space there. So yeah, I had a look at a few guitars and stuff, a few Strat and Telecaster kind of bodies and necks and stuff. That's what I really wanted to do. I didn't really gravitate towards the Gibson side of things because there wasn't a lot. There was a lot of Marshall amps and stuff. They were actually in the PRS booth, which was freaking weird. So yeah, very cool. We did go and see Ray Beadle. If you don't know who Ray Beadle is, you should probably check him out. He's a very big blues guitarist, and I do know of him, and he does kind of know me a little bit. But anyway, not to brag or anything. He does know me because we used to live in the same area. Anyway, so yeah, it was a very brief experience for me. What I did check out was a lot of Fender stuff, Telecaster stuff actually, is what we basically was what I was gravitating towards too, because I wanted to check out guitars with like P90s in it. But yeah, I quickly changed because I'm having a look at some Guitar Down DeVille music. You should know who that is. I've mentioned them a bunch this year because I basically bought a few guitars off them. But with that sort of thing, we did experience a lot of chord guitars, and Chord make absolutely amazing electric guitars, and they also make unbelievable acoustic guitars. A very underrated guitar brand they are. Kind of like a Strat, but really not. This was kind of it's kind of their own thing. Chord makes PRS. Chord makes PRS. Is where PRS sort of got their name from, or where they got their ideas from. Anyway, so yeah, a few other things I did. There was a lot of little brands I didn't really pay attention to much because I should have, but I just didn't have a lot of time there. Okay, so one of the reasons why I didn't look up the cheap little brands is because I don't gravitate towards like big brands, but in my spare time when I go guitar shopping, I do pay attention to little brands as well. Not too much of the big brands because they're expensive, and yeah, so that's the reason. So what I did play was I did experience PRS. That was what I wanted to see. This was not caught on camera, but I did experience this weird guitar. It was very weird. Like if you have a look at this guitar here, you had this weird sort of like metal bearing going like up here, and sort of like you could change the you could like bend like a certain string, like a G and maybe an A string. I don't know why you would do that. I struggle enough with regular just whammy bars because I just don't use them very much. You okay there, mate? He's just he wants my attention, that's all. Anyway, so yeah, I had an unbelievable time at SGS. it was just amazing to experience. I would love to experience again and have a little bit more time there, because you actually, with these big conventions, you can't really experience everything on one day. I do know this, but I do know this. You've got to at least pay like for the 2-day pass. It was like amazing to even experience it. If you're watching this now, which I highly doubt you are, if you get the early bird tickets, they're about $21 if you get just like the 1-day pass. I'm not sure how much the double day pass is. I'm gonna have to do some research, and what I'm also gonna do as well is I'm gonna put their Facebook page in my link in the description if you guys want to check it out. They are planning on doing this in Melbourne and in Sydney. I would prefer them to stay in Sydney, because with conventions, Melbourne gets a lot of conventions. Melbourne, Queensland, Sydney is kind of the lamest thing when it comes to conventions and stuff that I'm aware of. So yeah, I had an amazing time there of what I actually did experience. As I said, basically just checked out Fender guitars, because I gravitate towards Strats and Fender guitars and Telecasters and stuff like that. Okay, so one business card I actually did grab was Guitar Timbers Australian, and it says David Linton on it, so you can check that out if you want to. Maybe just like take a screenshot, and what I'll do, guitartimbers.com, their workshop, if you ever want to visit there, is 60 Denning Road, Manly, Queensland, in Australia. I'll put their stuff in the link in the description. So yeah, this was the main business card I grabbed. I would have grabbed more, but yeah. Anyway. Regardless, thanks for watching. If you really want, if you want to support the channel, please do so. I'm uploading as much as I can do. I need to upload more. I'm doing more. I'm going to try and do more shorts. Gonna try and just do more stuff and collaborate with doing gigs and stuff. It's all planned. I'm trying to do more in the music side of things, as I've explained in the past video and stuff. So yeah, please, if you get a chance to, whenever you're watching this video, if you've missed it, if you've missed the 8th, then maybe just stay tuned. Click the link below, the first link below, and just get all the information if you're in the Sydney area. I absolutely loved the show. I wanted to spend as much time there as I possibly could. Didn't want to buy stuff too much, because I buy more stuff online and in guitars and in guitar stores, and I don't really buy stuff like from conventions because it's stupidly expensive. I was actually looking for like a Fender mug, to be honest. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye bye.